Capricorn. So how y'all doing? Please make sure to smash that like button. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the channel so I can most definitely keep the show going, right? I give everything from private tarot readings, private birth chart readings. I help you learn how to understand the tarot for yourself, right? Also have books that are out, right? On Amazon.com. I wrote a couple of books, not much, just a little something. But anyway, for you Capricorns, right, I just want to go ahead and say thank you in advance. But for you Capricorns, you have the Four of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and you Capricorns have the Eight of Wands. So there you Capricorns go, right? So what it is that I'm seeing here for you Capricorns, I'm ultimately seeing how a lot of you are putting to sleep an old part of you that that you needed for a certain amount of time, but now you don't need it anymore. So the Four of Swords actually represents a piece of you that has been put to sleep, right? The Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands is the side of you that is still here, right? What it is that's still very much so alive and well. And I'm saying all that to say that you Capricorns realize that you needed a change. You need to do better. And one of the things that you Capricorns needed to do is you Capricorns needed to understand that you were in a situation where you were very upset about a lot of different things. And you were upset about how people play you, how they waste your time. But one thing that you Capricorns started to understand through giving yourself time and understanding, right? Allowing yourself to actually make the necessary changes. Because what it is I'm seeing is that you Capricorns, like I said, y'all gave yourselves at least a month to really just kind of deal with what the person was showing you, right? The detox, the nonsense that came along with not thinking about the person too much or at all, living your life, giving yourself a chance to actually let go. Because a lot of times people who don't allow themselves to let go are people who wish their hardest that they can go back in time and actually back in time with having the knowledge of what it is that they know now, but also having the knowledge of actually being able to go back in time with this knowledge so that they don't have to live that mistake. But what they don't understand is that making that mistake is how you got the knowledge in the first place, because you didn't have the knowledge before it. It was only until self-reflection or you understanding what lesson you needed to learn is how you got it in the first place. So a lot of you Capricorns understand that, you don't have to feel ashamed. You Capricorns very much so enjoy your life. The Knight of Swords and the... Hold on. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, right, represents how a lot of you Capricorns, and it's making you very much so attractive. I'm seeing that a lot of people are being drawn to you as of right now, because you Capricorns are not holding on to the grudge of knowing good and well that something may have got you upset, but you're not angry, you're not lashing out, you're just moving forward. You're doing the things that you need to do, truth be told. And that's, people gotta respect it. If they don't respect it, I mean, too bad, so sad, because there's nothing that they can ultimately do about it. So a lot of you Capricorns understand that, right? And like I said, it's making you very attractive. A lot of people are interested in trying to find out what you've got going on, right? You will find yourself being looked at. You will find yourself people being attracted to you, okay? The Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups here represents how a lot of you Capricorns also have to understand that the Seven of Swords is about you understanding that, yeah, you got played. Yeah, somebody used you. But then again, we have to re-examine the if you got played part, because at the end of the day, did you Capricorns really get played? I mean, in the short term, sure. In the long term, not really, because ultimately you don't have to deal with a parasite, right? And that's what the Ten of Cups represents. The Ten of Cups represents cop and blow, letting it go, letting things go, not having to, hold on to grudges, understanding that, you didn't really lose anything in the long run, in the long run, because all it is that you did is you got rid of a parasite. The parasite decided to leave you alone. You learned your lesson. You learn that what it is that I was suggesting does work. Whenever it is that you go through a traumatic experience, go through at least a month. Take at least a month off for the beginners. People who are beginners, people who are coming into this knowledge now, whether it's the new subscribers or the people who've been rocking with me for a while, y'all know what it is I say. Take at least a month off for the people who are new to this knowledge, new to this healing, okay? Then when you are advanced, you are able to move forward a lot quicker, and still be healthy and still have a healthy mind state, okay? Because you're much more advanced, because you are accustomed to this. But in a general sense, take some time off. Everyone should take some time off when they go through some messed up experiences. They ain't got to rush into another relationship so quickly. See, that's the problem. A lot of times people will rush into a relationship very quickly, one after the other. They'll go ahead, and then you'll have people who come up here and talk about how it is that the best way to get over someone is to get up underneath somebody else. Terrible advice, because you're creating more damage, and the more people you have interactions with in a short amount of time, let's just say a month, and let's just say you Capricorns were to kick it, if you know what I mean, pun intended, right? With 10 people, right? Just as an example, that's a lot of emotional baggage. That's a lot of emotional baggage, because it's too many people in such a short amount of time. It's too many people in a short given time window. And it's already been proven, it's already been proven, mentally proven, scientifically proven, that people who have so much partners given a short space of time has a lot of mental problems, right? So, they develop, I'm not saying all the time, but usually they develop a lot of mental problems. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you Capricorns, you stayed out of the way and you did what it is that you were supposed to do, because now the star card now represents you Capricorns now have a better understanding that, you're really not in a situation where you Capricorns really have to, feel like there's anything weighing you down, because you Capricorns don't feel like you don't feel like anything is ultimately weighing you down, and you shouldn't. The Six of Swords now and the Hermit is that you Capricorns are ready to get back out there and get to know other people. It's just that now your eyes have been opened. You are way more aware about yourself. A lot of you Capricorns have a better understanding of yourself, enough to know that you need to avoid certain things when it happens. But you've also came out of the cave, which is what hermits do. They isolate, right? Hermits go into a form of studying, whether it's the library, that is their cave, right? Or their home, you know what I'm saying? Whatever form of isolation it is, whatever form of isolation that ultimately it is, right? Point is that when you come up on out of that isolation, you're supposed to come up on out of that a changed person, hopefully better. The point is to be better than when you went in the mountain. You feel what I'm saying? But you Capricorns are coming out of that mountain better, because a lot of you Capricorns understand that you have a newfound skill, that even when things don't necessarily work out between yourself and somebody else, you'll be able to bounce back a lot faster with less damage, and at the same time you'll be able to move forward. And like I said before, I've said before, but I haven't said in a couple of months, you can do that, but after a while sometimes it can irritate you, right? Back in 2022, when I was trying to get to know some people, it would irritate me trying to talk to them, because so many of them would be like, nah, I'm good. It would irritate me. You know what I'm saying? And early 2023, it would irritate me. I want to say early 2023 was the last time that I really tried to really like talk to somebody, or whatever the case may be, like that, to say that I really tried to talk to somebody and actually approached. I stopped approaching in early 2023. I was like, I remember now why it is that I haven't approached. I was approaching 2022 as well, but prior to 2022 in particular, I ain't approached since 2016. So, you know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, it will frustrate you. When you go through enough, it doesn't matter how adept, how good you are at being able to bounce back, it's going to get on your nerves. So what do? When you are very advanced at being able to bounce back with not a lot of emotional baggage, move forward, when you find Capricorns, when you find yourselves getting frustrated, that is when you go on your break. That is when you take your month's break, at least a month. Take as much time as you need, but that is when you go on a month break minimum. Because what you're trying to do is, and I haven't discussed this in a couple of months, because what you're trying to do is, Capricorn, you're trying to, some hermit stuff, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create enough separation between yourself and the event that happened, so that it's not fresh in your head. A lot of times what creates the baggage is the baggage that one person gets out of a relationship and then immediately jump into another one 2 days after that, a week after that. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to deal with a whole other temperament. So let's clarify the hermit. The Moon, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Magician, and then the Hanged Man. Yeah, the Moon and the Three of Swords represents, you'll ghost if you have to. You Capricorns, you will literally ghost somebody if you have to. And I don't mean in that way, ghost. I'm talking about disappear from their life and cut off all forms of communication with them. Go radio silent. If you Capricorns find yourselves starting to kind of tumble down that rabbit hole of confusion, where the other person is trying to get you wrapped up in a whole web of confusion and lies and games being played, you Capricorns know what to look out for now, better. And because you've been around the block, you know how this feels, you know what it looks like. And you Capricorns now know the best thing for you to do is to stay away from them. So now the Eight of Wands and the Magician now is about how the Eight of Wands ultimately, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands ultimately is about, I'm getting all notifications. Happy birthday to our seer, by the way. Happy birthday to our seer, the Duke of Tears. I think our seer is probably about like 51, 52, somewhere around there. Anyway, shout outs to our seer, you know what I mean? I don't know, man, he, real quick, he's one of the only brothers that I know talking about this Moorish stuff. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, You know, who's gonna, you know, so I may have to kind of pick up the mantle and stuff like this. I already asked our City Duke of Tears, for anybody who knows him. I've already asked our City Duke of Tears. Shout outs to Arcea. Arcea was like, yeah, you know, I asked him if I could pick up the mantle of him talking about this Moorish science, and he's like, yeah, you know, go on ahead. So I have his blessing. Shout outs to Arcea, man. Happy birthday if you're watching this video. But I'll also say happy birthday in the Aries video as well. So anyway, yeah, Capricorn. So for you, a lot of you Capricorns, it'll be like magic. You know, you'll pop up in their life and then you'll disappear. And it'll really be like magic because anyone who's trying to play games with you, they'll be trying to figure out where exactly did you go. They can't believe how, you know, they'll be mind blown because they can't believe how easy it was for you Capricorns to actually walk away from someone when you start to see them starting to act crazy. And then the thing about it is that the Hanged Man now is about how you, because you Capricorns understand what the game is. You understand that all it takes is time for you to see someone to see if they're real or not. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.